Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and today we're going to talk about all of the books that I bought in March. So this month has been one of my lowest book buying months, but we still have 5 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 books. And one of them I didn't buy. It was my sister's and my book of the month book exchange that we do. And I bet you can guess what this one is. If you watched Alphabet Escapades, you already know. But let's start from the beginning. So the first book that I got in March was Tell Me What You Did. This is the one that's from my sister. It is by Carter Wilson. This is a thriller. It says she gets people to confess their crimes for a living. He knows she's hiding a terrible secret. It's time for the truth to come out. Poe Webb, host of a popular true crime podcast, invites people to anonymously confess crimes they've committed to her audience. She can't guarantee the police won't come after her guests, but her show grants simultaneous anonymity and instant fame, a potent combination that's proven difficult to resist. After an episode recording, Poe usually erases both criminal and crime from her mind. But when a strange and oddly familiar man appears on her show, Poe is forced to take a second look. Not only because he claims to be her mother's murderer from years ago, but because Poe knows something no one else does. Her mother's murderer is dead. Poe killed him. So it sounds really, really interesting, and it's kind of chunky for a thriller, but I'm really excited to give it a shot, see if I like it. I've never heard of this author before, so I'm really, really excited to try it. The next book that I got was The Tusks of Extinction. This is by Ray Naylor. I have already read this. It's only like, I don't know, 60, 90 pages. How long is it? Yeah, 90 some pages long. And this is a sci-fi that is putting the mind of a scientist who specifically tries to take care of elephants into the mind of a mammoth who is brought back from extinction to lead the mammoths in the best way possible to try and account for their survival. This book, I gave this book 4 stars. This book is really looking into the issue of poaching elephants for their ivories. I did go into a whole rant about this in a video. And so yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I was really nervous about it because I have a really, really hard time with novellas a lot of the time. And so for being one that I was really, really curious about wanting to try and not really hearing anybody talk about it, it was one I was kind of nervous about, but I'm glad that I read it. There were parts of this that did really frustrate me, and just the I guess closed-mindedness of the way that it looks into some people or looks at some people, but it didn't take away from the overall point of this book. So really, really glad that I read this one. The next book that I picked up solely because this book is beautiful, the end papers are awesome, and it's blurbed by 2 authors that I absolutely love, and that is The Library of Amerlin. This is by Kaylin Josephson. It is blurbed on the cover. It says, a spellbinding reminder that wonder once lost can always be found again, and that's from Adrienne Young, who wrote The Unmaking of June Farrell, one of my all-time favorite books. And then it's also blurbed on the inside by none other than Sarah Beth Durst. It says, a stunning, absorbing, and timely tale about a wondrous library, magical beasts, and a con woman with both everything and nothing to lose. That right there is literally what sold this book to me. So I didn't need to read anything else after that. So these are the end papers, and I absolutely love this so, so much. The cover of this book is beautiful as well. And this says, Kazira used to be a masterful con artist, choosing her target, building trust, judging the precise moment to make her move. Now she's keeping her head down and working off a lengthy prison sentence, but Kazira's past catches up to her when she's offered a deal. Her freedom in exchange for one last con: infiltrate the fabled Library of Amerlin. When Kazira goes undercover as the new assistant librarian, she enters an enchanting world brimming with books and magical creatures, tempting her with a life she can never have. But Kazira's real future depends on her charge, the long con to bring down the librarian. Unfortunately, Alistair is as prickly as he is handsome, and hiding a beastly transformation that could destroy him. Kazira has to decide, take down Alistair and destroy the only place that has ever felt like home, or be herself for once in her life and risk losing it all anyway. So this sounds like it's going to be similar in pace to Sarah Beth Durst's books because she has the kind of cozy elements, but also still like the higher stakes of fantasy writing. And I love that. I love the pacing of Sarah Beth Durst's books. I think she has such a great balance between cozy and enough stakes to keep you super invested in it. And I love that with her writing. So I'm really, really looking forward to this one. And this book is it's so pretty. It is so pretty. And then the pages. I wish this would have been all the way around the book, but that's just me personally. But either way, super excited to read this and see what it's about. Like I said, I hope I love it because this book is absolutely gorgeous. The next book that I picked up was Inamorata. This is by Ava Reid. I've heard of this author, but I've never tried anything from her before, so I'm really excited for this one. It is so pretty. Again, we have, let me block my face here. See if it focuses. I don't know if you can see it, but it has teeth on the cover. Like, oh, there we go. Right there. It has teeth along the pages, and I think that was super interesting. And the end papers also are just beautiful. So this one, it says, a visionary and atmospheric gothic fantasy about necromancy, vengeance, and soul-consuming love. It's the first in a duology. It says, once there was an island where the dead walked the earth, and 7 noble houses ruled using the arcane secrets of necromancy. A conqueror's blade brought them low, burning their libraries, killing their lords, and extinguishing their eldritch magic. But defiant against their new order stands the House of Teeth. Its last living members are the beautiful Marozia, the heiress to the house, and her cousin, the uncanny lady, Agnes. Though she has not spoken a word in 7 years, Agnes is the true carrier of the house's legacy, and she has her orders. She must recapture the secrets of death magic and avenge her family's honor. She must arrange the betrothal of her beloved cousin Marozia to Luprind, heir to the Conqueror's throne, to gain access to the Forbidden Library in his grotesquely grand castle. Revenge burns in Agnes's heart, but so do stranger passions, and it's Luprind, the Golden Prince, who speaks to her soul. This passion is as treasonous as it is powerful, poisoning the kingdom's roots and threatening to tear the already shattered realm in two. For Agnes's final order is the gravest. She must not fall in love. So it sounds really, really interesting, and it's a little bit different than what I normally read. It's more court-based than what I normally read, but I'm really excited for it, and I think this book is beautiful. So I've heard mixed things about this author, but I'm really excited to try it out and see, hopefully, if I like it. The House of Teeth thing and the necromancy just totally got me interested in it, so really excited to try it. And last but not least, as of yesterday, the 31st of March, I was reading Fourth Wing, and I knew that I was going to be finishing it soon, and so, of course, I had to go and pick up Iron Flame. So this book, you probably have heard me talk about it if you watch my videos. I'm sure you've heard everybody and their brother talking about it. This is a school setting, an academic setting about dragon riders, and a girl named Violet who is made by her mother to go try to be a dragon rider. So this book is like Divergent meets Eragon with sex, and I loved it. I did. I gave it 5 stars. I thought it was absolutely amazing. I was so invested in it, and I cared so much about the characters and the relationship and the dragons and just everything, and I loved it. I thought it was amazing. So I had to buy book 2. Now I've heard this one, it suffers from middle book syndrome, but I'm really excited to read it for myself and see if I think that or if I love it just as much as the first one, because I have a tendency to enjoy all of the like little minuscule world building type things, like the kind of mundane day-to-day type stuff. I don't know why. I absolutely love that stuff though. So really, really excited to pick this one up, hopefully very, very soon. I'm going to try and fit it in April if possible, because I want to continue the series. All right, so that is it. These are the 5 books that I hauled in the month of March. Have you read these? Are you looking forward to these? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Thank you so much for being out here and hanging out with me for a little bit, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.
Can I?